Hello, Las Vegas, and welcome to Face the Tribune with Rolando Larraz. I am your co-host, Chris Garcia. And once again, if you have nothing to hide and nothing to fear, you will not mind coming in and sitting down with us and facing the Tribune. Once again, we are sponsored by Mail by Renee. For $10 a month, you can get a fabulous downtown address. Just call 702-626-0716 and come in and see CN. And with that, Rolando, how are you feeling today?
I just came from the city council meeting. Oh my God, this is not going to be a good day.
Oh, it's a wonderful day.
No, I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning, that's why. It's paper day today.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
we gotta make sure that everybody get the paper. And even though somebody don't give the paper to the other half and don't allow him to read the paper, I can't believe it. Women nowadays, they want to control everybody. Man, I can't believe this.
You were smart to stay a bachelor all these years.
Very
smart.
I am happily married to myself. I cannot. I can put the heater in the summertime and the air conditioner in the winter, and I can get up at 2 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the evening, and nobody can tell me, what are you doing up at this time? You know, it's too hot in here. It's too cold. Nothing like that. Anyway, the city council was touching a subject, then of course they got away until the president-elect take over, and they was talking about the sanctuary city.
Right, yes, I was watching that. Yeah.
You was watching that?
Yes.
Yeah, and the reason then I went there, normally, I watch it on TV, but the reason I went there is because I thought maybe I have to go in there and talk to the city council members, but I didn't have time to do that. We have to leave, but I don't know how we're going to do it because Las Vegas is not a sanctuary.
No, it's not.
But Metro refused to act on they don't call immigration anymore. They don't call ICE anymore. No, it's not. But it's very important because they're going to lose all the federal funding. All the cities that are like San Francisco, Los Angeles.
I thought the mayor was the mayor saying that they do so they don't call ICE.
Metro don't call ICE. Metro don't call ICE.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember. I'm gonna have to find somewhere that if I go over there, I can listen better, because when people talking over there, they talking facing the city members, the city council members, and I don't hear too well anymore. But anyway, I believe that Metro is the one that, and this is something that it's been going on. It's been going on for almost a year and a half.
Wow.
Talking about this sanctuary city. What do you think about that?
I didn't know. So is Las Vegas a sanctuary city, or is it
No, it's not.
It's not.
No.
But you believe that we will lose our federal funding because we don't call
The
immigration.
cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chicago,
Yes.
they are sanctuary city, and they're gonna lose all the funds
Yes.
on January 20,
Yes.
2017. And even the mayor was asking, well, how long it will take for the Congress to approve all those appointments. Then Trump has been doing all these new head Secretary of State, Secretary of the Treasury, Homeland Security. I don't think Homeland Security is, it had to be approved by the Senate or by the Congress.
Right.
I don't think, but the rest of them, it is, they have to be approved. And I don't think, well, it's a Republican legislature.
Yes.
It's a Republican.
Yes. First time since 1929 that Nevada has been totally controlled by the Republican Party.
That's Trump's fault. It's all his fault. He is changing the whole scenario for,
Yes.
you know, I was listening to John McCain's daughter today.
I like her.
You like
No,
her? I don't.
You don't like her?
No, I don't like her. But she was getting a little bit better today. She
I
said,
like her. Yeah, she's a lot more actually conservative than her dad is. Her dad's more, to me, more center conservative, but I like her. I do.
yeah, she is, but she holds the grudge on Donald Trump because he won the presidency and her father don't. You can tell the way she talks.
Mhm.
Sometimes, today she didn't sound that bad,
Yeah.
but normally she sounds regretful. She sounds irritated when
Yeah.
she mentioned Donald Trump. But the mayor was asking, Mayor Goodman was asking how long it will take for Congress to approve that. You know, 4 months, 3 months. She mentioned the May. I don't know why she picked May, but it could be. Then it is May. It's 4 months, right? January, February, March, April, and May. Yeah, 4 months. And I don't know. I don't believe in cities, and especially like they try to do here in Nevada with the UNLV. I don't think educational institutions should be involved in those things. You know, why are you going to be harboring fugitives?
Yeah.
You know, I don't believe that that is the right thing to do. And I believe that it will be easy if we go back to our normal behavior and do not take this personal opinion, put them on effect.
Yes.
You know, I don't think the university or the college should be politically inclined, even though the students always have been politically inclined, but they should not be getting involved in how the university or the college runs. That's my opinion on that thing. I don't believe that we should be harboring fugitive, and like Las Vegas Tribune editorial said, you know, it is not the fact that it is Mexican. The Mexicans have taken the allegation of the mention of illegals to themselves because that's the way they wanted to do it. But there's a million of different nationalities and that are considered illegal also. Just because you got a brown skin and a straight hair, it doesn't make you what? You cannot hear me?
Further, here.
Oh, feather? Oh, okay. So she don't want people to listen to her. Oh, I forgot she doesn't like me to kiss her anymore. I can't do that. I'm gonna be accused of sexual harassment. Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway, I believe that What was I saying when she interrupted?
You're talking about the sanctuary cities, and
No.
you don't believe that we should be harboring fugitives, and
I'm
the
talking about
UNLV
the
should be involved.
Yeah, the Mexicans are not the only illegals. You got Greeks, you got Canadians.
That's right.
It's a
Cubans,
Cubans
Cubans
too?
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought Cubans are political exile or political refugee.
Well, the 5,000 that came over, they were.
Oh, from Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Oh no, they were socialists. Some, they're not socialists, they're communists. You know, they definitely. After 55 years, you wanted to jump boat? No. You want to jump the fence? After 55 years, you've been brainwashed already?
That's right.
No, come on. You know, this lady that was appointed to the state senate is the daughter of a Cuban immigrant.
Shivanya Casella.
Yeah, Cancela. And what's she say?
She was appointed to Reuben Cuban's vacant Senate seat, right?
Yeah. What did she say? I can't read
The
that.
mic kept overloading. I guess it was too loud. Cian, our producer, was saying the mic was too loud.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you want me to put it down? Now it's fine?
Fine now.
Okay.
It's a powerful voice. You know, I need it closer to me. My voice is lighter.
Yeah?
You have a good voice.
No, I'm lucky I don't have any accent.
That's right.
But no, I believe that she is, according to county officials, she is 29 years old, daughter of a Cuban immigrant. And according to what I read and other books and other pages in the internet, she was or she is so far the political director for the culinary local 226.
Yes.
She came to Las Vegas from Miami to run Harry Reid's campaign. So she gotta be socialist.
Right.
And that's why I wonder how can a Cuban be socialist? It is my question. In the United States, there's a lot of socialist Cubans in Cuba, but I believe that socialists in the United States, it don't happen too often.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, one of her big things is she wants to fight against what she calls unlawful deportations of Mexicans.
Yeah, she had a business like that too.
Yeah.
Director or president of the deportation something. You know. I don't know. And that would be kind of interfering with one job and the other one. It's a conflict of interest, right?
Yes, absolutely.
She's going to be running
Absolutely.
a deportation office, and she's going to be a state senate.
Yeah.
And she right now is a political director for a socialist labor union. You know, it's not. I don't believe it is the right thing to do, but this is Las Vegas, almost a free country.
That's right.
You know, but you know, I like to see somebody else sitting in that seat, and we're gonna. But they have to put a Democrat because Reuben Cuban, who was sitting in that seat, is a Democrat, and I don't know what do we call him, Democrat or Reed puppet. I don't know. I call him the Reed's puppet.
Yeah.
He is the puppet of Harry Reid.
Yeah.
Like this lady, I don't care what nationality she is a Reed puppet. Probably Reed put her in that job in the culinary union because Reed run that culinary union. Yesterday, when I went to the county commission, it was the whole building, the whole chamber was filled with culinary workers.
Wow.
They bring it over there. They take it out of work. And, hey, you want to work next week? You got to come. Hey, you got to work, and I think it's wrong. Very wrong.
Yeah.
But that's the way.
Yeah, they said he was in Reuben Q, and one of your favorite people. They said he was in Washington shopping for a new office there in Washington, D.C. And they were saying he should move in next to Harry Reid because that's Harry Reid's son, isn't it? Reuben Q. I mean, man.
I would not put him that high. He is Harry Reid's puppet. That's what it is.
That's right.
He is the Mexican puppet, like I've been writing in the paper all along. Harry Reid's Mexican puppet. That's all it is, And he's I don't know how. Well, Harry Reid is not retiring. He's gonna keep manipulating the system. Now he got another state senator. I mean, everybody's pissed. I was listening to Kevin Wall today, and my fault, Victoria Seaman was over there, and she wasn't too happy. She should have been in that position, but she's a Republican. They have to appoint a Democrat because Reuben is a Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Does the mayor sit in on just about every city council meeting? Or just
Yes. No, she's sitting in area, except today before they start talking about the sanctuary, they had somebody asking for some kind of special agenda or something, consent agenda, and her and her husband, Oscar, are connected with those people, so she abstained from voting. It doesn't make any difference to me. I think she can say she abstained, but everybody else voted the way they wanted. So, I mean, this is what bothers me about these politicians. This is what really bothers me about these politicians. They insult the people's intelligence. And everybody knows that I love the Goodmans, but I cannot be blindsided, Don't tell me that you're going to abstain because you know these people or because you got business with these people.
Right.
But then everybody else is going to vote the way they want.
Right.
Must well stay in there and vote too,
Right.
I mean, what's the difference? I mean, I don't understand why they had to come out with that BS,
Have to be politically correct,
Politically incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, PI.
Yeah. Well, another appointment today in the Trump administration was a couple. You have General John Kelly is going to be the head of Homeland Security.
He's
I
tough.
like it.
He's
Yes.
tough. He's been in the service in the army, I don't know what, and for 40
years.
over 40 years.
Yes.
Man, this Trump is going to really going to straight this country. I hope he don't change. I hope he don't go any the other way because he will be a complete disappointment for a lot of people. Why is she looking at me that way?
See, that's what happens with women when they say, "Don't mess with me anymore," and then you don't mess with them, and then they feel neglected. So now she's going to stare at you until you start talking to her again on the air.
That's what it is? No, I'm not going to talk to her.
Oh, she's going to stare at you.
No, she's staring at me.
She's not, so you neglected her. You banter with her back and
forth. Yeah. She's making me nervous.
That's what they do. Don't drink the lemonade today.
She looked like a bonbon. And, looking, God. Make me nervous.
That's why he stayed a bachelor all these years. That was smart.
Oh,
And you know they have the nerve, Rolando, to be criticizing him because they're criticizing Donald Trump, the left, the Democrats, because he's putting too many generals in his administration. Too many generals.
And let me tell you something. When we had a general, we only got 2 generals president.
Yes.
But that was the best times for this country. Who was the other one? Eisenhower, and who was the other one? Way before Eisenhower.
Yeah.
I can't remember who was the other general. Only 2 of them.
Yes.
You know, but the country run better. The country, you know, it's either you do what I said or you do what I said.
That's right. That's right.
I hate to say that because I come from a dictatorship country, but I mean that's the way you know, because people have to be told what to do. It is a normal thing in life.
Right.
People have to be told what to do. If you don't tell people what to do, they lost. They go the other direction. They go the other way. They don't look at the computer when they're supposed to be looking at the computer. You know, they drinking water all day long. You know, all that stuff. All that stuff. But I tell you one thing, she trained that dog here. Look at that dog sitting in the window.
Doing her security job.
She do a good job. Very good job. I hate to say that. I really hate to give her credit, but she is good. She's good. I think she controls you very good. You know.
When she goes out and people see how well trained I am, seriously, people come up to her and congratulate her all the time when we go out.
When they see how obedient
they see how beat they do. You did a good job.
People see how obedient you are. And you, wow, she must carry that whip all day long. You know, man. Look at that. Hey, go back.
We want to take a minute today to recognize all of the people that we lost December 7th, 75 years ago, the anniversary of Pearl Harbor. And we just want to take a moment. I know I speak for my mentor here, Rolando. You are in our thoughts and prayers. All of those that lost their life, family members and friends. You are in our thoughts and prayers, along with all of the people that are serving in all of the armed forces all over the world. You are in our prayers, and the sacrifices they made 75 years ago, Pearl Harbor, will always be remembered and recognized at this Las Vegas Tribune and the Radio Tribune. And you are in our thoughts and prayers today, Rolando.
You know, most of those people had to be at least in the 90s.
Yes.
You know, and the ones that are still living, and the ones that it was very, I don't know if you was watching Fox News this morning, it was very emotional when they sung, they played the American anthem.
Yes.
And what is she frying eggs for?
I don't know. She's cutting apples, I believe. Yes. Yes.
Well, we're talking about something serious. She fried an egg. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Anyway, it was a very nice and emotional reception over there. It was in Hawaii, right?
Yes.
It was in Hawaii. I wonder why there's a lot of Japanese people in Hawaii.
Yes, there is.
Have you been there?
No, I've never been. My sister used to live there. She said it's expensive.
I went there once. Oh,
yeah. My
yeah.
sister couldn't
It was
stay
expensive 30 years ago. It was expensive. You have to be rich to go to Hawaii, you know, or you have to be able to. You have to be able to live with somebody.
Yes.
And I never been able to do that. Living with strangers and you know.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, she said it's beautiful, but it's very expensive. But she said the beaches there are so beautiful. It's just
Beautiful,
yeah, she's
beautiful.
telling me, yeah. So again, you're in our thoughts and prayers.
I had a friend, and I have a friend that had a nightclub over there on Hotel Street, and I went there once, and I was supposed to go there to see him, and I had such an impact with the country.
Yes.
Then I didn't even spend that much time with him, and I wasn't there for that long anyway. But it is beautiful. The people are nice, and I had a good friend right here in Las Vegas. Then she's from Hawaii, and she's so beautiful. I don't know. I haven't seen her in 10, 15 years, but her mom is as beautiful as she is, and they make me so welcome all the time. When Hawaiian people are always
Yes.
active and
Yes.
playing this and partying and
Yes.
not party like maybe you and I would party,
Right.
but party with typical music of how
Very family oriented.
Yes, but they are. They
Yeah.
are. Yeah, I miss Maria. She's I don't know if she married somebody or not. She was dating some guy from Hawaii too, but I don't know.
Beautiful state.
Huh?
It's a beautiful state. It is very beautiful.
Hawaii is a state, right?
Yes. Yes.
Or is it a possession?
No, it's a state. Beautiful state. Yes.
Because Puerto Rico is not a state.
No.
It's what is it? What do they call them? It's funny because they got
It's a
government.
territory.
Territory.
Yes.
It's a territory.
Yes.
Puerto Rico, the only thing they're missing is voting in the presidential election. It's ridiculous. This, I don't understand sometimes. They can vote in the primary,
Yes.
but they
not the
cannot
general.
vote in the general for president.
No. Yes.
I think that's ridiculous. I think it is, I don't know, unfair maybe. I don't know if it's unfair, the word that I wanted to find. But gee, man, they do have obligations, duties,
Yes.
and responsibility, and then they cannot vote for president.
Yes.
I
There's
wonder,
been a lot of talk about making them the 51st state because I believe Alaska was the 49th, Hawaii was the 50th, and we made Puerto Rico a territory 40 years ago. But there's been a lot of talk about making them the 51st state. And actually, yesterday they were talking to the mayor of Washington, D.C., the city, and they're talking about maybe making Washington, D.C. a state. And I didn't understand how they could do that. Yeah, the District of Columbia, yeah.
no, I think, well, look at San Francisco. I mean, look at California. They wanted to make it a country.
That's right.
They wanted to get them out.
They need to.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi would be happy.
Yeah, she's going to be the president, right?
That's right.
Yeah. What do you do?
Right.
You need a passport to go to the country of California.
That's right.
I mean.
No, it'd be a sanctuary country. You wouldn't need a passport. They'd
Okay,
let
good. So we bring all the illegals over there and dump it over there. Right?
That's right. What do you think about Secretary of Defense James Mad Dog?
Mad Dog.
Yeah, Mad Dog. Yes, yes.
I tell you, I don't want to hear that dog barking in your show. If she doesn't bark in your show, I'm going to claim discrimination, racist, because I'm Cuban she let her puppy bark in my show, but not in yours.
No, she has the dog doing security for your show. So anytime anybody poses
okay,
any threat
then,
to Rolando Larazo, Face the Tribune, that attack dog here,
Okay, that's
look at her. She said, if you come around Rolando Larazo, you have to answer the bonbon. So please don't come down here starting any trouble, because if you do, you're going to have to answer to the dog. It's not going to be good. But yeah, Mad Dog Mattis as Secretary of Defense, General Kelly as Homeland Security. Wow. Yeah, man. What a difference, huh? Well, I think this country's in good hands. I really do. They're going to change the border. They're going to change how we do.
I'd like to be able to get in there through a little hole and listen to people talking. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's going to be different. It's going to be different. So, also, our president-elect was voted Time Magazine Person of the Year.
Isn't that stupid? Mr. Divider, a president divided? Isn't that stupid? I wasn't even going to talk about that, but you brought it up. And because I don't think we should give Time Magazine, they do things strange. They honor the man by putting him in the front cover of the magazine, and then they call him divided, and he's sitting at the table with a guy that insulted him, and they try to humiliate him. Somebody named, what is the name of that guy? Romney,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
the only thing that he needs now is to bring, what's the name of that lady, Fiorina?
Carly Fiorina.
Carly Fiorina and Jeb Bush, and them, what are they going to say? I mean, it's, God.
Yeah, the headline was, Divided States of America, and they named him Time Magazine Person of the Year. I don't know who's worse, Time Magazine or the Nobel Prize. Remember Barack Obama was in office, what was it, a week?
A week?
For a Nobel Peace Prize.
I can't believe it. I mean, yeah, it is a laughing matter. It's a laughing matter. What? Humanitarian, what have you done? All he did all his life is being an activist. How humanitarian then? Activists are not human, but they're not humanitarians.
He was black.
Oh, that's why, yeah. Oh man, you need to read the editorial. You need to ask permission to be able to read the editorial.
I'll ask her later on.
You need to ask for permission. Can you give him permission to read the editorial, please?
If I ask nicely.
She doesn't want to answer.
If I ask nicely.
I
Like her. She's got a knife.
She got a knife. She's pulling the knife on me. We on the air.
That's what she'll do to our co-hosts. Our producer is brandishing a knife.
I cannot hear you. I'm listening to the show to make sure the show sounds good.
Thank you, Sienna. We have a great producer. She's over there and
Very patient.
yes, very patient to put up with both.
There's a set 30-second delay, so I don't hear what you say for 30 seconds.
Yeah, but she's gonna let me read the paper later. So what should I read? What article?
The editorial.
The editorial.
The editorial.
Okay.
Very, very, I think it makes some sense. I don't want to be humble, but the editorial is very good this week.
Good.
Because it's very important.
Good. Well, the higher courts ruled that another one of your favorite people, the nut Jill Stein, who got less than 1% of the vote, cannot do a second recount. They will not do it. So her push to have another recount, the higher courts have dismissed that. So
I wonder why. I was hoping that I can go there and ask her some money so we can have another account, you know, for popsicles, you know, and that woman has to be crazy. She's gotta be crazy.
Yes,
I'm
she
telling
is.
you.
Yes, she is. She is. Yes. Yes.
I can't believe this woman. Gotta be a microphone.
Yes. Yes, they dismissed her her try for another recount, so that's out of the thing. She's a nut. The Dow Jones over 19,500 today. They're calling it the Trump rally. So the stocks are up over 260 points today, and the pharmaceutical stocks are down today, and they're saying that's because Donald Trump is going to, he's saying that the cost of drugs are too high. Every other stock is up. 260-point rally. The Dow is at 19,500 for the first time in history. But the pharmaceutical stocks are down because Donald Trump is saying the cost of these prescriptions and these drugs are too high. So he's going to battle with the
I forgot what prescription is. They want $12,000.
Oh, wow.
Another one is $1,000 a pill.
Oh, my goodness.
I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
I got the notes. I got the notes in my other office, and I'm going to bring it over tomorrow or the next day because I tell you, it is inhuman.
Yes.
It is inhuman to find people. And what is sad about, I think Pearlie wrote about that. What is sad about is they know that they have the cure, and they don't want to give it up. I read that in her column, I think.
Yes.
Or she wrote something.
Yes.
What is that noise? But tell them to stop. Yeah. And $12,000 for a prescription?
Oh my goodness.
Who's going to have it?
Oh.
And that is the reason. But you know, she was writing that the cure is already there.
Yes.
They have the cure. Yes. But it's too many people that are going to be out of work.
Yes.
You know, from doctors to what do you call these people that they create?
Pharmacists.
Pharmacists.
Yes.
Oh, she mentioned that she loved pharmacists. She loved to attack pharmacists, and they have researchers, doctors, people working in those departments. You know, just clerks and receptionists. That's why they have not. They don't have the cure.
Yes. They say that besides big oil, the pharmaceutical companies are the second most powerful companies in the United States. They have the second most lobbyists besides big oil. So there's billions and billions of dollars with those drug prescriptions. Billions.
Let me tell you, they're not going to be too much power because if Donald Trump can take the Boeing, what do you call the plane?
Air Force One.
Air Force One. He can take it out. Get out of here.
That's
You're
right.
charging too much.
That's right.
Believe me. Those.
He's actually meeting with them today.
Oh, really?
And he said, I'm open to a deal for $4 billion a plane. He said, that's not going to happen. He said, I'm open to a deal.
It's not going to happen.
Not going to happen. He said, he'll find another company to make it cheaper than that. He said, so I'm going to sit down with him.
In the meantime, he used his own.
That's right.
You know, I mean, let's face it. Can he do that? Well, he's the president. You know, but no, I don't think the Secret Service will. Well, they're doing it now.
That's right.
He got the Secret Service.
That's right.
You know.
I think it has to be equipped.
Have you seen that plane inside?
No. It's nice.
Yeah.
I imagine it is.
Very nice.
Yeah, they're saying the only thing is that it has to be equipped with some sort of anti-missile stuff and stuff like that, so it can defend the president. It's got to be like have the most up-to-date anti-missile.
Yeah, and that's
things and
one
stuff like
thing
that,
they should not be talking publicly. Well, however they do those planes, however they protect those planes, should be maintained as a secret.
Yes.
It should not. And this is what bothers me about these people. Right away, they want to open it up. And, it has to be some kind of secure, some kind of safety issues for the president and the vice president and the families. It's not, it should not be that way.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking the same thing when they were talking about that. I said, you don't want the terrorists and the people to know what kind of defense system that you have on your plane. I was thinking that, like, stop talking. Whatever it is keep it a secret. You don't want them to know what defense you have.
That's the same thing happened with Bay of Pigs. Before the people from Bay of Pigs got there, Fidel Castro was waiting for them already.
Yes.
Because especially the New York Times, it start putting all that stuff in there, an invasion to Cuba, and so they was waiting for him.
That's right.
They was waiting for these invaders.
That's right. You're listening to Face the Tribune with Rolando Larraz, 55 degrees a day in beautiful, beautiful Las
55?
Vegas. 55. The low tonight's going to be 42. Beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And once again, we are sponsored by Mail by Renee. For $10 a month, you can come down and get a beautiful downtown address amongst all the lawyers and the business people in downtown, right off of 10th and Charleston. And the number is 702-626-0716. For $10 a month, you can get an address, have everything sent there, even your identification. And you can come in and see Cian once again at 702-626-0716. If you would like to call in and join in on the show, Face the Tribune, Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 Pacific time. You can call in 702-983-0711 and you can speak live on the air with Rolando or myself. And if you would like to advertise in the Las Vegas Tribune or have a commercial on Radio Tribune, the number is
426-6022. 702-426-6022.
There you go.
Is that the number then, Cian? That's the number? 702-426-6022?
We would double check
Or
and
you
make
use
sure
the
that
5963?
I do not have that answer. I mean,
we will double check for you and make sure that we have the number correct to Las Vegas Tribune.
Well, both numbers are good numbers, and both numbers ring in here. So even if they call the wrong number, they can be transferred to the other number. So it's not that much of a. I open my big mouth and I mentioned the other number, but it's 702-426-6022.
Excellent.
And that's one thing. Then we need to make sure that and these numbers are also for people that want to buy the airtime to do their own shows. Or
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. We have openings at Radio Tribune for airtime if you would like to have a show or like to do commercials for your business. We have airtime for sale, and so you can call into that number and have airtime and do a show here. You can come in and see the owner, Rolando Larraz, and our wonderful producer, Cian, and they can set you up with airtime here at RadioTribune.com. So yeah, they've been criticizing, it's amazing, Donald Trump for talking to, they're saying he's selecting certain businesses and he's going to take certain businesses over other businesses. And I totally disagree with that. I think he's setting the tone. He's saying if you want to do business.
That's right.
That's what I
That's
think.
right. And let me ask you, what do you think? You think he's going to meet with the Prime Minister or the President of Taiwan?
I do. I do. I think that Donald Trump is going to shake things up. I think in the business world and the political world, he's not going to do things. And if people keep saying protocol, protocol. The people that voted him in office want protocol to be shaken up. They don't like the way things have been done. They feel like the United States has been taken advantage of, and they put him in office to shake things up. I think with world leaders and in the business community, and I think that's exactly what he's going to do. I think he's going to meet with who he wants to meet with. I think the protocol is going to go out the window, and I think he's going to lead. We're not going to be followers anymore. We're going to be leaders around the world, and people are going to have to come meet with us, and we're going to be the country that we used to be. We're going to be great again like we used to be, and leaders around the world take notice. You're going to have to meet with Donald Trump. Things are not going to be like they have been. It's not going to be business as usual, and I think that the main country that he feels like has taken advantage of the United States has been China. I think he's done a lot of business with the country of China, and I think he personally feels like the United States has bad trade deals with China, and feels like the Chinese have pushed us around for too long. And I think that meeting, yes, I believe that she called him, but I definitely think that he's going to take advantage of that. He's going to send a little signal to the Chinese that, hey, things are not going to be the same. I'm not afraid of you.
Well, I don't think he's going to take advantage, but he's going to take advantage of the opportunity of dealing with that, especially if she's the one that they call him, you know. I think, yes, definitely. I think, I tell you, if he made peace with Romney, he can make peace with anybody.
Yes.
Because I tell you, me in his shoes, that would be the last person I call.
That's right.
But of course, that's why I'm broken. He can be because he used his head, not his feelings.
Yes, absolutely, Rolando. Absolutely. He's supposed to be meeting another top candidate for Secretary of State. Is the head of, I believe, I forget what company it is. I don't know if it's ExxonMobil or some company. Is a candidate now for Secretary of State, and one of the reasons that person is one of the top candidates for Secretary of State is that they have a long-term relationship with Vladimir Putin, and they get along. Vladimir Putin actually gave this person the highest non-military accommodation that you can give someone. It's called the Friendship Medal. And so this person is very close with Vladimir Putin. They've cut a lot of deals together. And so now Donald Trump is considering this person as a Secretary of State candidate. I don't know, probably business deals that this person had done with Russia over the years. And Vladimir Putin thinks very highly of this individual. I have to get the name, and we'll talk about it maybe later on in tomorrow's show. But, you know, Donald Trump is just always thinking. And I think it's very important to him. Why do you think, Rolando, is so important for him to have a relationship with Russia? Because it really seems like he wants to.
It's important for anybody right now to have a relationship with Russia. You know, it is the path to peace.
Yes.
It is the path to peace. I think, you know, of course it's easy to say it from here than being there in the White House. You know, and no, I believe that it could be one of the best things that trying to become friends with all these people, you know, instead than apologizing.
Yes.
You don't have to apologize.
Right.
You can show a different side, a different face, and make sure that you are able to communicate with these people, to talk to them, you know.
Yes.
I believe that it is important for the president to be able to put feelings aside, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's very important. You're absolutely right for us to have Russia as an ally. I think just in fighting terrorism around the world and all kinds of things, They have a very powerful military. They have a lot of connections all around the world. And I think that I think that Donald Trump is going to lift some of these sanctions that have been against Russia the last 8 years while Obama was president. I think he's going to do business. They have a lot of natural resources, Russia. They're sitting on gas and mineral things that the United States could. We're so fuel efficient on the Middle East and on Saudi Arabia. We need to find other ways. If we're not going to open up our own reserves, we need to find other people to do business with as far as having natural gas and things like that. I mean, Russia is sitting on, they're so mineral rich as a country. And I think that not doing business with them, we need their help as far as fighting terrorism all over the world. We need their help because it's such a mineral rich country. And I think that I have not understood how Secretary of State Clinton and Barack Obama have dealt with Russia over the last 8 years. I don't understand that. The Cold War is over. And I don't understand, if we're going to do business with China, then we certainly can't do business with Russia. So I think that Donald Trump is totally going to reset that situation. And, we're going to have a different relationship with Vladimir Putin. I think that's why it's so important, his decision of who he is going to hire as Secretary of State, because I think the first job of the Secretary of State, I think, is to mend relationships and mend feelings with Russia. And we need to have somebody that can go and meet with President Putin and Chancellor of Germany and all of the world leaders. And they need to be able to sit down and cut deals with them, not just with certain partners, but we need to reopen relationships with all of the countries and with all people. So I think that that's why he's taking such a close look at Mitt Romney. I've always said I like the way Mitt Romney does business, and I think that what happened during the political campaign can't be water under the bridge. Well, I want to thank you for listening today to Face the Tribune with the legendary Rolando Ross, and I am your co-host, Chris Garcia. We are on Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock Pacific time. And once again, I want to pay homage to those that lost their life 75 years ago. Pearl Harbor, December the 7th, 1945. You are in our thoughts and prayers, and your family members and your friends, and you will never be forgotten. Thank you for listening. Join us tomorrow at 12 o'clock Pacific time, and join in the debate here. Face the Tribune, 702-983-0711, 12 to 1 Pacific time. You can call in and be a part of the show, and we will see you tomorrow. God bless America, and God bless our troops all over the world. See you tomorrow. Thank you.